Alright, so this is this month ahead, which would be January for Taurus. Um, we have 8 cards in this, so it's not going to be a quick reading. It's going to be a knowledgeable reading, so bear with me. So the first card is going to be the theme of the month for January, which is the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords, censorship, bad news, temporary bondage, a person dominated by another person or by a situation, making one's own prison, sickness, conflict, or a severe disaster. Well, the month started off good, and then just, you know, so you might be in a in a prison of self or literal prison for some reason, or there might be something that's being very restrictive on you. So you might kind of be going through the motions in January. So there's that. And then I just feel like there's so much stuff. I think it might be a court case or it might be just a living situation that might have you feeling restricted. So let's see. Number 2, we have avoid this. We have the Hermit. The Hermit is attempting to know oneself, inner strength, deception to withdraw from a fight, infinitive patience, caution sometimes, the insecurity, hypocrisy, and withdrawing from emotion, secrecy, and fear of discovery. Unusual knowledge that could be coming from someone else. So, I feel like somebody's giving you information that you can't use. What I mean by that is that somebody's giving you advice that that person needs to use for themselves. You yourself don't really have a compass. Somebody else might have the compass, you know what I mean? So you're kind of taking what they say as advice for you, and it's not really working out. You might kind of be dependent on other people, or you might be dependent on, excuse me, other religious things in your personal life, which is fine. I mean, some people live by the book, and some people do their own shit. But not everybody can do their own shit. Not everybody can live by the book. You have to find where you belong and go with that as your moral compass. You can't just wing it. Some people can, but an earth sign, no. An earth sign has to kind of have some type of path, okay? So that's all I'm going to say. It's not to be derogatory towards you. I just think, it would be like the blind leading the blind at this moment in time. Once you have more knowledge about what you're doing, then you can lead a crowd. You know what I mean? You can't just like blindly go where nobody's fucking taking you. You have to kind of know the way, alright? Number 3, we have embrace this. We have the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands, calamity or ill health, being caught by surprise, a wall of adversity, long delay, or unhappiness. So you're going to have to embrace that. You're going to have to embrace calamity. Calamity is a form of failure that isn't really failure, but it is a moment of embarrassment. Okay, so it's gonna be a tough one to get out of. Okay, just so you know, you're gonna get sick about it, and you're probably not gonna feel too good about doing anything else on the subject of what you were trying to follow in the first place, or advice that you were given by somebody who is not really your spirit guide. Let's put it to you that way. And sometimes my advice goes a little bit off the hingy too. It's not for everybody, but for most people, it helps. It inspires. But I don't think you should be taking anybody's advice. If something's worked for you before, then you should use that advice, or you should use your own moral compass. All right. So discernment is a big one. Okay. Because if you do something that somebody gives you advice on and it doesn't work out, then you're gonna be embarrassed and you're gonna feel like everybody's against you. Okay. That's just how earth signs are. They don't want to be the center of attention all the time. They want to be admired. Okay, that's the whole thing about earth signs. They want to be admired for their spirit, their brain, their beauty, their agileness, whatever the case may be. You want to be acknowledged for that, which is an admirable stats. Okay. So number 4, we have evaluate this, which is going to be the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords in reverse. Treachery, lies, mind out of balance, false friends, bad business dealings, delinquency, and disloyalty. So you're going to have to look at everything, where everything went wrong, what happened, and why. And so that you can learn from it and make better discernment decisions of who to trust and who not to trust. If it's a business deal, I would say trust yourself. You are a Taurus after all. So if you're buying into somebody who doesn't have your best interest, which anybody who asks you for money doesn't have your best interest, just heads up, and they want you to invest a lot of money in their scheme, don't trust those people. Plain and simple. If it's somebody that you've worked with before and it turned out good, then disregard that last part. But if you've worked with somebody who kind of you don't know very well, let's put it to you that way, and they want you to invest a lot of money, I would be a little bit like, I need to know more information, like for discernment reasons. You need to know a lot more information than what people give you off the first day. But I think a Taurus would be more of like you would invest on like the 150th day, because if it's going well, you want to invest. Number 5, let go of this. So we have the Empress in reverse. The Empress in reverse is wavering, hesitation, inertia, inability or unwillingness to concentrate, procrastination, nervous tension, throwing away resources through idiocy, fickleness, and vanity. So you're going to have to stop throwing away your resources. You're giving them to other people. Why are you giving them to other people or using them in such a way that it's not beneficial? So, it's, again, discernment is good for a Taurus. Like, you have to kind of sort through what you're going to do and where you're going to get it from and stuff like that. But you cannot give your list of people that helped you out or that do services for you to somebody else. They use that against you. You understand what I mean? So you have to use your resources for you, because they are your resources, and use them to the best of your ability or what you need them for. Okay, so that goes with everything. Okay, because people know that you have resources. Don't give away your resources to anybody. They have to be really good at what they say they're gonna do. So number 6, grow this. We have the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles, mature and responsible, reliable, patient, persistent, organized, and dependable, confident, and spiritual. You're going to have to grow that. You're going to have to grow your own spirituality and stuff to that effect in order to be profitable in what you're entailing or undertaking. Okay? And let's see. We have number 7. Number 7 is action to take. We have the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is inconsistency, dishonesty, dishonorability, falsely respected, and immoral. So I feel like you're gonna have to kind of be like that Marilyn Monroe type of person where you kind of are selling an idea of who you are. You're not giving people the real person because the real person, let's be honest, you need to keep that close to your chest. If people know too much about you, they can take advantage of your nature, which is a problem. So you're going to have a facade about you in order to actually be successful. Okay? If you play dumb and you don't give anybody anything, you actually end up making out like a bandit. Just doing your own thing is much better than buying into anybody else's thing. Um, so number 8, we have goal for this month, which would be January. We have the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is a person given to intense concentration on studies or on a project. Reflective, loyal, helpful, trustworthy, and good type of secretive work. So I feel like you could be working on a project, which is good. You should always work on your own projects, not anybody else's. Everybody else's sucks. But like you kind of know who you are as a person, so work on your own project. Know that stuff that you've learned along the way is valuable. Don't give people you at face value. Give yourself at probably 20% of true value and 80% of an idea, okay, of your ideal you know what I mean? And it would sell everything a hell of a lot better, you know. Anyway, Taurus, hopefully this helped you out in some way, shape, or form. I feel like there's going to be a lot of people trying to nitpick stuff that you do and trying to degrade what you do. But at the same time, you know what you're good at. You don't need people telling you what you're good at. Tauruses buy into other people's critique of them, and you shouldn't. Because like you're an earth sign. You're not a fire sign. Fire signs are fickle. They're flaky as hell. You're an earth sign. You're gonna be there until it's successful, you know, and it could be very very hard for you to relate to a fire sign. It could also be very hard for you to relate to anybody with like a water sign or an air sign because you want it to do well. You know, you'll be there until it does well. Other people, like, they'll come up with an idea and they'll be off. You know, just, I'm not going to do this. It's kind of like Dobrik's, you know, he made this pizza business and I don't think he's working on the kinks of the business or the fact of supplyability or long term, you know, prep of a station, you know. Usually pizzas need to kind of be made a little bit in advance. You have to make the dough, you have to make the toppings, slice the toppings, all that stuff. And like there's some hangups there. Um, I just think an earth sign would have ran that better. Would have known where the small parts connected and things like that and what needed to be done ahead of schedule so then you didn't run out of product or you didn't like get shorted. So running a business is hard. So it's it's a learning curve for a lot of people. So I just feel like earth signs would be better at something like that than I think you know, fire sign, earth sign or air sign because you kind of had to take it all on the chin and you also had to take a realistic look at it. You know what I mean? So anyway, Taurus, hopefully this helped you out. I will see you in the next reading, hopefully tomorrow. And you take care of yourself, take care of everyone, and you know, don't go trying to help other people. Save a hoe is the end of the season. You know, this is the beginning of a new year. You have to kind of every man for himself it, you know. We're not saving hoes, we're saving ourselves, okay? So take care of yourself, take care of everyone, and I will see you later, okay? Bye.